that Journey Chick on Instagram. Let me get the microphone up here so you can hear me. Welcome to another edition of Crafting and Crime Daily. Some of you know that Pearl, my kitten, sleeps up in a little box up here, but her way of getting down is to go across the top of the yarn storage down onto my sewing table and across, and the sewing table like creaks a lot when the cats are on it. It's not the most sturdy thing in the world, which is why I try not to keep a lot of stuff over there. So continuing on, don't forget to hit the like button today on your way in or out of the show. Today, the like button made me coffee, and it's pretty darn good. Yeah, I'm using my cup warmer that I got from Cheryl, my co-host for the Ticket to Ride event. So we're past the halfway mark, but am I past the halfway mark on my painting? Sort of. This is the halfway mark right here. So as you can see, I still have stuff here, but what I've done is, first, let me explain. I am what they call a cross-country painter. I just paint wherever the drills take me. I don't really do sections. Like, I'm not one of those strict one section at a time people. First of all, because I believe it makes your painting look like you did it in sections. I just go where the drills took me. And so the drills have taken me, I did the moon up here. You can see the moon, and I've gone down here, and oh my word, I've got stuff everywhere because none of this is painted. Down into here, I've gotten the little coat that's on this. I did the whole bench. There's some birds and the little doggy down here. I will take a picture. I should do that now while everything's clear, right? All right, let's take a picture. All right, camera. Oh my word. Okay, oh, there's the doggy. He's so cute. I'll take a picture of the doggy. Okay, so it's kind of hard to tell what I've done and haven't done. All right, we're just gonna go with that. Yeah. So I was trying yesterday to be a little disciplined and just kind of work my way up here. And I did. I got up to here. Yeah. So what I think I'm going to do is just turn the painting around and work on that part instead of having to reach over so far. So last night I am laying in bed watching for the 4th or 5th time Bridgerton. I just love that show. And season 2 should be starting anytime now. I've read all the books, except I have not. There's a book for each of the children. They're numbered. They're named alphabetically. So I have not read Gregory or Hyacinth's book, the last 2, who at the time of season 1 of the television show are small children. So these books span a wide period of time. So, all right, first things first. Oh, I was telling you, I was watching Bridgerton. Oh my goodness. Train of thought, right? How am I seeing out of these glasses? Good Lord. How do glasses get so dirty? Oh my word. Yes, I'm using my sweater. So I have neglected my bank. Or at least on camera. Off camera, I have been putting money in it, but it was supposed to be increased by $1 each week, and I totally lost track of where I am. So what I do is every now and then I just stick a $20 bill in there. So I think the last time I put 15 in. So I got $20 here. We're gonna put that in. This is my spending money for the retreat. And if you saw my show yesterday, my live for Sunday, the meet and greet number 5 with Tina Burney from Diamond DP with Sparklers. I had to get that right. dpwithsparklers.com. She's at all the retreats and she brings all of her stuff. And of course, I'm always like, oh, I'll take one of those and I'll take one of those. Yeah. Come on. This thing's getting full. But then the retreat's not till June. But then there's one in October. Come on. Yeah, it's getting heavy. Look at that. And I don't know the code. Yeah, I don't know the code. My sister knows the code. Isn't that clever? Okay. That is that. So last night I'm sitting in bed watching Bridgerton. This is the story I started 10 minutes ago. And my sister walks in and she's like, where did these come from? So she had gotten a package in the mail and she had ordered some cords, extension cords. So she didn't even open the package. She thought, well, they're the extension cords. I'll open it tomorrow. So she's sitting down last night and she opens it. And inside are these ketchup potato chips. So she comes walking in my room. She's like, somebody sent us ketchup potato chips. So yes, they did. So today I went back to the box and found, I knew who it was because I was expecting something, but not these ketchup potato chips. Yum. I almost broke one open last night and I thought, oh, I'd already had some cake. But anyway, so enjoy. I hope you can drown your anxiety in a little ketchup. Oh yeah, chips. These are my daughter's favorite. She eats ketchup on everything. Oh, thank you, Michelle. You are so sweet. Yum. They're by Hers, Herrs, Hers. Obviously available on Amazon. Ketchup chips. Oh, that's a good snack for when my sister and I are watching This Is Us together. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, where are we? Today is National Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. Yes, I think that I'm a superhero today. I think that we do that every day, at least in this community. Yesterday, this is like a day you could even pick a new craft or some new piece of art. And it doesn't have to be like diamond painting or crocheting. Like maybe the art is a piece of music that you've been wanting to listen to while you diamond paint. That's art. Or you want to go to a concert or a ballet, some other form of art other than just, you know, the crafts that we know and love. There are lots of other art forms out there, and this is the day to kind of explore some of them. Let's talk about what they are. What are some of them? You could go to an art gallery. Now, I've never been one of those kind of people that's like stands there and, no, I just, you know, either it catches me or it doesn't. Most of it doesn't catch me. I'm pretty particular about what I like. Like this Notre Dame thing, it just blows me away. I love it. Attend a live theater performance that I love. One of my favorites was Phantom of the Opera. Oh, yes. The Lion King, which I think came recently to Kansas. It may have already come and gone. Read a book. That is an art form. Yes, writing. I wish I am a good writer, and I've said I'm going to write a book. I just haven't done it. Yeah, that's a whole nother subject. We already talked about listening to music, attend ballet. The only ballet I've ever been to is the Nutcracker, and I didn't particularly care for it. I mean, it was okay, but okay. Start your own masterpiece. See, I should start my book in my spare time, right? Start a book. I should. My life. Yeah. I would have to like write it as anonymous because, yeah, my life has just been crazy. Teach someone how to play an instrument. I'm gonna let you guys guess. I do play an instrument. Some of you know what it is, but if you know what it is, put it down in the comments. If you don't, try to guess, because the people that know might not be right. You don't know who's right or who's wrong. Put in the comments what instrument you think I play. Yes, and here's a hint. My favorite musical artist, Jethro Tull. Ian Anderson with Jethro Tull. Yeah. Oh my God. Attend an art lecture. No, thank you. That sounds incredibly boring. And explore a new technique. Now, here's one I wanted to tell you about. Yeah, one of my favorite creators is Wambui Made It. I will link her channel down in the description. I adore this woman and have become very good friends with her. She lives in New York City. I met her through one of my subscribers, Narrate, and of course, Wambui is now a subscriber. And she has a channel that predominantly is loom knitting, but she's been trying to kind of get away from loom knitting and do some other crafts because she's really crafty with other things. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday, she came out with a new video on how to make these cloth baskets. So I saved the video to my watch later because I watched about half of it before my show started, and it sounds incredibly easy. She said all you have to know how to do on your sewing machine is a zigzag stitch, which well, first I'd have to remember how to work the machine, but it does do a zigzag stitch. I have a Brother's sewing machine that I haven't used since when the pandemic first started. I made masks. Remember when I was sewing masks on Crop With Me Wednesday? But so if you'd like to try something different, check out Wambui's channel and her latest video. I'll link the video as well because I think she breaks things down to make them incredibly easy. She tells you everything you need to do the project, and then she walks you through it very clearly, step by step. And she's got a wonderful sense of humor. I just love her. Okay. Hi, Wambui. Okay. See an inspirational film or watch Bridgerton. There's some art in there that I just love, that kind of art, you know. Ooh, yeah. Good acting. That's what I'm talking about. Good acting. What did you think I was talking about? Okay. And then share your art with others, which is what I try to do. I had this debate with my son when he came over to put the desk together. He's like, that is not painting, Mom. That's just putting diamonds on a piece of paper. I'm like, no, it's a painting. It's just a different form of a painting. He's like, but they tell you where to put this. It's just like paint by number. I was like, no, it's, if you look at this, a lot of this I've changed up. You know, I've made the Eiffel Tower gold. I make it mine so that it's my artwork. Yes. And then I guess he kind of got it, but not really. He doesn't think much of diamond painting, but whatever. So, yeah. So, love some other art today. Yeah. Let's talk about crafting and crime daily, which is what I assume you came to this channel for. So, there are 2 cases in jury selection. Expected to start either tomorrow, sometime this week. Where's my book? Because I don't have these memorized, guys. Sorry. Okay, first one is the trial of Brent Hankinson. He is a police officer who is charged with wanton endangerment. This was the raid that they did on the home of Breonna Taylor. By mistake, they were at the wrong place, and he shot through a wall. There's your wanton endangerment. It hit Breonna Taylor and killed her. So he is on trial for that. Yikes. Okay, then we have the trial of Travis Ranking for the Waffle House murders. This is a gentleman who, I call him a gentleman, a guy, a nut, who was totally naked with a jacket on, goes into the Waffle House in Nashville and starts shooting people. I think he killed 4 people, wounded several others before one of the Waffle House patrons grabbed the gun, burned his hand with the gun, and saved all the other people that he was going to shoot. very, very much a hero. We do expect that he'll testify during this trial. I need some coffee. Coffee break. So those are the two that are in jury selection. But I noticed yesterday another case is coming up for trial. February 14th, jury selection starts. This is one I definitely want to cover for you. This is a retrial. Katherine Magbanua. I don't know if you guys remember this trial. Let me tell you a little bit about this, the first trial, which, oh my God, this happened over a year ago. In fact, when I covered it, it was already an old trial, but I wanted to go ahead and cover it because it had to do with this FSU law professor. His name was Dan Markel. He was married to Wendy Adelson, and the Adelson family hated Dan Markel. They were going through a breakup. She wanted to take her kids to South Florida, where her parents were from, and he absolutely refused to let her leave town with those kids. And they were constantly in court bickering, filing motions against each other, because she was a lawyer too. So God forbid two lawyers are going at each other. So allegedly, the Adelson family, who have never been charged, which just stymies everyone who knows anything about this case, they've never been charged, hired these two gentlemen, Luis Rivera and Sigfredo Garcia, to put out a hit on Dan Markel. But their intermediary was Katherine Magbanua. Katherine at the time was married to Sigfredo Garcia, but they were split up. I don't think they were ever officially married, but she called him her husband. But at the time they were split up. They would get back together, split up, get back together. So they were on a break. They've got children together. She starts dating Charlie Adelson, the dentist, the brother of Wendy Adelson, who's married to Dan Markel up in Tallahassee. So there's the connection there, this big connection. So Luis Rivera turns state's evidence and testifies against Katherine Magbanua and Sigfredo Garcia. So the trial that I covered eons ago was the trial of Katherine Magbanua and Sigfredo Garcia. So the jury found Sigfredo Garcia guilty of killing Dan Markel. What happened was Sigfredo, I don't know why I'm calling Sigfredo Garcia and Luis Rivera travel from South Florida twice up to Tallahassee. The first time they get up there, things don't work out. They return. They go back. They follow Dan Markel from his gym, or to the gym, from the gym to his home. As he pulls in the driveway, Luis Rivera gets out of his car and shoots Dan Markel. Just goes up to the window, shoots him. Dan Markel at the time was on the phone. So we have the guy he was on the phone with testifying. We have Luis Rivera, who turns state evidence and turns in his buddy Sigfredo Garcia. And at the time they were doing cocaine, and they were just out of their minds, drinking. And so the jury finds Sigfredo Garcia guilty of murdering Dan Markel, and he goes to prison for life. But they were hung as to Katherine Magbanua's involvement. They were not convinced beyond a reasonable doubt, at least not unanimously, that she was actually involved. So she has been sitting in jail for years. And she at the time she had small children that she was arrested, waiting for a retrial, because they kept scheduling it, and then COVID happened, and there were no trials in Leon County, Florida. And then it was set for October, and it got moved because the defense actually said, oh, we need to take more depositions. And I'm like, what? Yeah. So apparently what's happened between now and then is another jailhouse snitch has come forward to say that Luis Rivera told him he made all that stuff up about Katherine. Now, this jailhouse, as they often do, this jailhouse snitch has a lot to gain from giving this kind of evidence. So, but apparently he wrote a letter to Catherine stating that, you know, what exactly the conversation was between him and Garcia. Louis Rivera. Yes. So that will be an interesting twist to this. Will this prosecutor, who's very, very good, will she be able to convince the jury this time that Katherine Magbanua was involved in this? The reason, and a lot of people believe they've kept Katherine in jail for this amount of time, is because they want her to give up the Adelson family, and she has not done it. Which is astonishing to me, that a mother of small children will not turn evidence against this Adelson family so she can get out of jail, you know, work out a deal, get out of jail, go home to her kids. No. So is she innocent? I don't know. Does she maybe not have anything to say about the Adelsons? I don't know. It's an interesting case. So the whole thing's going to be retried starting February 14th, just 2 weeks from now. They'll start picking a jury, and I am going to be there, like on the edge of my seat. I will give you all the gavel-to-gavel coverage of that trial. You don't want to miss it. Yes. Alrighty, let's talk about this day in history, because you know what? I gotta go to work. Gotta go to work. In the office, yeah, Monday. Then I have Tuesday and Wednesday that I work from home, and I have a big meeting tomorrow that I set up. Okay. Let's talk about this day in history. The execution of Private Slovic. This was in 1945. Private Slovic. This was during the World War II. I get my wars mixed up, so there's too many of them, and we're getting ready to go into another one. Gosh darn it! I'm way far afield here, but I always thought that during the remainder of my lifetime, I would not see another war. But then last night, I turned the news on, and they're like, oh, President Biden wants to send troops to the Ukraine to prevent Russia from invading. I'm like, what? No, leave Russia alone. Because you know what's going to happen? We're focused so solely on Russia. China's going to sneak in with all the diamond paintings. Yeah, here's my theory. Just send Cheryl Katz, my co-host, me, and a couple of other of my co-creators, Mickey, let's just send us over there with some yarn, some looms, some knitting needles, some crochet hooks, some diamond paintings. Give us a couple of hours, the whole thing will be resolved. No one will be harmed, no yarn will be harmed, and we'll just get the thing done. Yeah. But these men are like, oh, they got to puff up their chest. We're going to send troops. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's so ridiculous. Anyway, back to World War II. Private Slovic was a draftee. He did not want to go to war, but he was drafted, and he had been in prison before for some unrelated thing. But they took him anyway. They were desperate for people, so they took him anyway. He goes overseas, and he's supposed to go to the French front line, and he gets lost on the way to the front line and ends up in the home of some Canadian. And the Canadian takes him in, and he's finally reunited with his company, and he's like, well, hey, we got lost, him and another guy. And apparently that was common back then for newcomers in the military to get lost on their way to the front. Okay, I'd get lost. So they return him back to his unit, and they give him a gun, and they said, you got to, and he's like, no, not going to do it. I'm not firing that gun. I don't believe in guns. I'm not doing it. I don't want any part of this. And they kept coaxing him, listen, if you don't, we're going to have to court martial you. You've got to do that. Nope, not going to do it. I'm not doing it. So they court martialed him, found him guilty of deserting because he refused to participate in the war. He just says, I'm not doing it. Not going to do it. And even knowing that he was facing a firing squad, he said, nope, I am not going to do it. I don't believe in guns. I am not going to do it. So he was executed in front of a firing squad. Yep. He threatened to run away if forced into combat. And who could blame him? So thank God they don't do that draft anymore, right? So they, you know, they even asked Dwight Eisenhower, who's the president at the time, if, you know, to pardon this guy. And he was busy with something else that was going on. And he said no. And the execution went forward. Can you imagine? Oh, my God. Conscientious objector. Good for you. Good for you. I know, it's terrible. Poor Private Slovic. So what else is going on? All right, I got my coffee. I'm going to work. Short show today because I'm a trials to cover, but I found a very interesting case. I just have to do the research and then I will bring you this case. I think you're going to like it. It's a true crime case. Yes. Don't forget, yesterday I had DP with Sparklers, Tina Birdie, on my meet and greet number 5, which was my Sunday live. Check that out. She's got some incredible stuff that's going on sale tomorrow, February 1st. And she's offering anybody participating, or really anybody, in the Ticket to Ride event, 10% off. The code is down in the description. Even the stuff that's on sale, you can still use the code. Yes. And it's amazing. So she's our sponsor of the week. She will also be live Thursday night with Cheryl Katz on Facebook. So you don't want to miss that. And that's all I've got for you guys today. I'm sorry it was such a short visit with you today. I hope that you are subscribed to the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please consider becoming a member of the channel or a Patreon of the channel. Either one is great. You can donate as little as $1.99 a month. It goes to help support the content of the channel. You know, I am always putting content in front of you. Wait till you see the Diamond Art Club I ordered on Saturday. Oh my God, yeah, my finger was like, ooh, gotta have it, gotta have it. I got it. I'm gonna bring that to you. Yeah, so become a member. You can do that for as low as $1.99 a month, or you can become a Patreon. Yes, sometimes I put up behind the scene footage. What I'm thinking of doing for the members and Patreons is doing a private Zoom, an invitation-only Zoom to the members and the Patreons. So if you're interested in something like that, go ahead and become a member of the channel or a Patreon. Either one is fine. Both links are down in the description. And I may come up with a members-only Zoom. How would you like that? Yep. And don't forget, down in the comments today, tell me what instrument you think I play. Yep. Bet you won't guess. Nope, not the piano. I like that joke. Will I be able to play the piano again? Or no, you don't say, will I be able to play the piano? No. I totally ruined that joke, didn't I? Never mind. Goodbye, everybody. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow in Crafting and Crime Daily. Bye.